This is part of the series of tutorials that provides an overview of the Infinity Analyze capabilities and features. Infinity Analyze provides a variety of controls and tools for extracting measurement information from captured images. This tutorial covers the setup of measurement options, taking measurements from a captured image, the presentation of the measurement values, editing text labels, clearing measurements, and exporting measurement data into a spreadsheet. Taking accurate measurements requires that the camera has been calibrated for the microscope objective prior to capturing the images. These steps are explained in a previous video tutorial called Calibration and Presets. In this example, we're calibrated for a 5x objective. Let's take a look at the Measurement Options panel, displayed by selecting the last field on the Measure menu. The Measure Options panel is divided into different sections. The prefix area gives a prefix for each label type that can be displayed by Analyze. Default values are already in place, but you can edit any of these strings to change the appearance of the label as you want. In this case, we've put length space equals as the point-to-point measurement prefix. On the right side of the prefix area, there's checkboxes which allow you to determine which labels are displayed or left off when you're generating annotation labels. At the top of this panel, you have a checkbox that indicates whether or not any annotation labels are displayed on the screen. When the checkbox is enabled, annotation labels will be displayed. This field here is used for the number of decimal places that are displayed with each of your measurement labels and is customizable. Lastly, on this panel we have a Properties button. The Properties button takes us into a Properties page where we have control over properties for the text labels as well as graphics that surround the text labels. First of all, let's choose the Font button. This takes you to a standard menu where you can choose whichever font you want, the font style, a font size, as well as a color for the text. A sample of how the text will be displayed is represented here. Click OK to go back. On the Graphics tab, you'll see the background color for our text labels, align style, align width in pixels, and a fill color for the text label background. Optionally, you can click this checkbox and have a transparent background to your text labels. Click OK, and OK back on the Measure Options panel, and now we're ready to begin. Analyze provides tools to take a variety of measurements from a captured image. At this point, we're going to proceed to capture an image from our live preview, and that image is now displayed. This is our captured image. I'm going to increase the size of this display and go to the View menu and disable the Fit to Window so we can see this image at a higher magnification. At this point, I want to indicate that we have 3 panels displayed on the bottom of the Analyze application: a help desk, a measurement display window, and a histogram. To customize your display, to enable these panels, go to the Toolbars and Auxiliary Windows from the View menu, select Auxiliary Windows, and indicate the auxiliary windows that you want enabled. Here, as you can see by the checkboxes, we have Help Desk, Measurement Results, and Histogram displayed. The Help Desk panel is useful when taking measurements because it instructs you on how each measurement type can be executed. Watch this panel space when we're demonstrating the different measurement types. From the Measure menu, we have point-to-point or linear distance measurement, area perimeter, polygon, circle from 3 points, angle, and polyline. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'll just be demonstrating a couple of these measurement types. We'll start with point-to-point measurement. Notice how the Help Desk panel has changed with instructions, telling us that we can do a left mouse click to begin our measurement, and a second left mouse click completes the length measurement. The text label is displayed according to the options we specified in the Measure Options panel. I'm going to take another linear or point-to-point measurement here, and now go to the Measure menu and select Circle from 3 points. I'm going to click 3 positions around the edge of this structure, And for demonstration purposes, select 3 points on this roughly circular object down here. And now I have 4 different label types on the screen. It's possible to manipulate the appearance of these labels to improve the way the image looks. The Annotate menu is used to choose a select function because label text is placed in an annotation layer within Analyze. I can double click on any of the measurement labels when I'm in the select mode and see the text that applies to this label. I can make a manipulation to this text if desired, or I can change the text color or font also as I choose. And the text label is altered. I can also mouse click on this text label and reposition it as desired. Clicking off of that label deselects it. I can select other labels, and I can hold down the Shift key on the keyboard and select multiple labels. Multiple labels can be moved again by clicking the mouse inside one of the selected labels and moving it around. I can also go to the Annotate menu and choose Properties and get access to a select number of the annotation label properties for manipulation. Each time a measurement function is performed, the measurement window is updated with the measurement data. This measurement data can be exported to a spreadsheet by simply clicking the mouse in this area, and a shift click will enable you to select multiple rows and columns that are not displayed. Once the data is highlighted in blue, another mouse click on that data and a drag and drop operation over a spreadsheet function that's already running will allow me to move that text into the spreadsheet. Letting go of the mouse will display that text in my spreadsheet. And if you have any other calculations set up, for example in this space here we have an area and a circumference for any field that's listed as a radius. This indicates how you can use a spreadsheet to enhance the calculations and analysis that you do on your measurement data. I'm going to minimize this window now and go back to my measurements. Annotation labels are saved with captured images, and you will be prompted to save those, but there is a setting under the Help menu that by default is set to include annotations in your images prior to saving, and this helps prevent you being forced to answer an additional prompt when saving images. When this option is highlighted, it will cause your annotation labels to be burned into your image. If you create a measurement and it turns out to be not something that you want, for example in the case of this angle measurement, it's possible to get rid of the measurement in one or two different ways. From the Edit menu, I can select the Undo function and it will take away the last measurement. I can also choose the Annotate menu and select that label and click on the Delete key to delete it. It is also possible to clear all measurement data, including the measurement window, by going to the Measure menu and selecting Clear Measurements. The color of the measurement lines that appear on the screen with each of the different measurement options is controlled from the View menu by choosing Overlay Color and selecting the desired color for the graphic overlay. Also from the View menu is the Overlay Size, which specifies a line thickness in pixels for the lines that get drawn with the different measurements. Selecting measurement point to point and generating a linear measurement shows how that overlay color can be changed. Going back to the View menu and choosing a different overlay color will result in that overlay being changed. There's only one overlay color permitted within the Infinity Analyze for the overlay graphics. That brings us to the conclusion of the Infinity Analyze tutorial on measurements. Be sure to investigate the other tutorials that we have in this series that feature other aspects of Infinity Analyze.